myself. So my name is Venkat, and I have 7+ years of IT experience, and I have worked in different technologies like AWS, data engineering, and then cloud native technologies like, Docker, Kubernetes, and all. And coming to our particular tool, which is Matillion ETL, I have like 3+ years of experience in Matillion, and then I have trained more than hundreds of people, uh, including my organization and then outside of my organization. That's pretty much about myself. And coming to today's agenda, so okay, before we go for everything, please park all your questions to the end of the session. So we'll be having a FAQ session so that if you have any questions, you can ask me there. Okay. So coming to today's agenda, so we'll be briefly discussing about Matillion for Snowflake training sessions. What we will be covering and then how the sessions will be and all. So this particular course includes instructor-led training sessions, which means live sessions. And after the session, right, each and every session, Edisssy team will be providing you all the recording session links and all so that you can revise once you complete the session before coming to the next one. Also, we'll be doing hands-on practices. So our course includes almost 90% of the things are hands-on, which means I'll be discussing about the concept and then I'll be showing how to do this particular thing, and then I'll be giving some time to practice on your own by giving the lab, so that if you get any questions or any doubts or if you find any difficulties, you can get clarified on the spot itself. Also, we'll be providing some of the sessions, like some of the time frame where you can practice in the Matillion ETL, so that off the hours, right, you can have noted all your questions or doubts, and then you can ask me in the very next session. Okay. So coming to Matillion for Snowflake introduction. So in this particular session, we'll be covering few of the things. So before that, the course duration is of 15 to 20 hours. And then about the course timings and then about the fee, please contact the organizer of this particular session. So coming to what are all you will learn today. So you will be learning what is ETL and ELT, the basic difference between both of them. After that, you'll be learning what is Matillion and why we need to use Matillion and how Matillion works. After that, these are all will be covered today. After that, in the session, we'll be seeing how to launch Matillion in AWS environment, and then how to set up your Matillion projects from scratch, and then how to create the jobs from scratch. And then you will be learning how to build a pipelines for your data, and then some of the advanced concepts that we covers that we use in our day-to-day life in the Matillion. Once we covers all those things, we'll be covering best practices to follow in the industry, so that you will be ready for the to take up your challenges in your work environment. Okay, I hope that is clear. uh, Coming to next one, what is ETL and what is ELT? So ETL stands for, as you all know, extract, transform, and load. So this particular process plays a crucial role in data integration strategies, which means whenever there is some data sources, so you will be extracting that data first of all, and then transforming that data in your ETL tool, and then loading that particular output, which is last data set, into your target. That means ETL. But on the other hand, you will be having your, on the other hand, ELT stands for extract, load, and then you transform the data. So this particular strategy will be used in high volume data environments like cloud data warehouses and then data lake implementations. So there you will use all these things. So here, if you see the picture, right, ETL versus ELT. So if you see, the sources are same, but the main difference is here where my cursor is getting rotated. So we'll be extracting the data, and then loading the raw data into the data warehouse, and then we'll be doing the transformation on top of your raw data, and then we'll be placing the final data set into a tables or into a views, so that the next system can consume that data, like Power BI, or whatever the visualization tool, or whatever the downstream that want to consume your data. Okay, I hope this particular concept is clear, because if you understand this particular concept, Matillion will be pretty much easy for you guys. Okay, so coming to what is Matillion. So Matillion is a ETL tool. I mean, the product team calls it as ETL tool, but it works in the ELT manner. Okay, to make the tool more well, how do we say that, more reachable, right? They named it as Matillion ETL. Okay, so ETL, I'm stressing on ETL. Okay, but if you see the working nature, it's all ELT. So the particular Matillion ETL tool will be used for bringing the data or extracting the data from different sources of data, and then you will be pushing all the data or all the raw data into your data warehouse, and then you will be transforming all that data. So that covers our push down ELT architecture. Okay, and then we'll be having a very user friendly browser based UI UX, so where you no need to install any software in your local machine, so that everything, I mean, you can access this particular tool anywhere in the world. I mean, even you don't have your system, you can access it. Okay, so uh, this particular ETL tool can be launched using our marketplaces like AWS or Google Cloud, or in the Azure also you can launch it. Okay, so as I told, Matillion comes with lot of data integration components. Okay, each and every integration called as uh, component in the Matillion, or each and everything that you do is called as component. Okay, so the Matillion has a lot of connectors, like or components that can interact with APIs, different applications like Salesforce and all, and then different databases like Oracle, MySQL, right, and then MongoDB, and then it can connect with different file systems like S3 buckets or your internal SFTP servers and all. So next thing is NoSQL services like MongoDB and all. So you can read the data in using Matillion ETL tool, and then load the data into data warehouses like Snowflake, Redshift, Google BigQuery, so on. And then once you transforms all your data, you will be presenting the data to BI reporting like Tableau or Power BI. Okay, so we'll be going to see what is Matillion architecture in AWS. Okay, so you all might be knowing what is AWS, right? It's a Amazon Web Services, which is a cloud platform where you can have your virtual servers hosted, and then you can access them whenever you want to have it, right? So there we'll be having our Matillion server. So that means you will be having a AWS environment, which is the highest boundary here, like here, right? And then you will be hosting a EC2 server, and then on top of that EC2 server, you will be having Matillion ETL tool. Okay, so this particular Matillion ETL tool will be communicating with all your data services using REST calls or JSON calls, and then that data will be loaded into your Snowflake data warehouse, and then that data will be transformed. Also, you can load the data into Snowflake data warehouse from your S3 bucket as well. Okay, so this is how your Matillion architecture will looks like. So I hope up to this is clear. So it is nothing but, okay, let's say you have a laptop, right? So in that laptop, you will be installing some application, and then that application